Joining us tonight via satellite from Arizona, Doug Schoen, former pollster for President Bill Clinton and Fox News contributor. Here on set with me in New York, home base, John LeBoutelier, former Republican congressman for New York, Pat Caddell, a former pollster for President Jimmy Carter and Fox News contributor. We've already gotten a lot of responses on this online. I'll get to those in a second. Pat, I want to start with you. The United States, its role, what should it be?
In Gaza or in the world? How about leading somewhere? I mean, I think of, this week will be the 100th anniversary of the beginning of World War I, when, as Lord Gray said, the lamps in Europe are going out and we will never see them lit in our time. How frightening it is to watch everything going on in Gaza, where we can't seem, I'm on Netanyahu, you can defend yourself, but apparently after I watched the news this morning, only so much when you have rockets. What's going on in Ukraine, what's going on, we'll skip what's happening in Iraq. The one thing I was impressed by, and we'll get to this, is how well we were able to know what the Ukrainian militia was doing. But it's a disaster, and this is the result of our failure to lead, which we have talked on this show about for months and months.
All right, I want to get to something that happened earlier in the day. I don't know if you caught it, but Secretary John Kerry, State Department, was on Fox News Sunday, and during a commercial break, and this is all over the blogs now because it happened live on Fox, he made a phone call. And during that phone call, he had his reaction to the news that 13 soldiers had died and the offensive that's happening, Israeli versus Hamas. And in its kind of entirety, the phone call was about how shocked he was that it was such a pinpoint operation by the Israeli military and how many Palestinians were killed. Your thoughts?
It's typical of this administration, which from day one has been anti-Israel. You remember the original incident in the White House where the president dissed Benjamin Netanyahu and just got up and said, well, I'm going off to have dinner, and insulted the prime minister of Israel, and it's gone downhill since then. And they don't like the Israeli government. Pat and I were discussing before the show, what is with all these Jewish Democrats what does it take for them to wake up about this administration and stop supporting Obama? He is anti-Israel, period.
Doug, is that too strong?
Well, the way I would put it is when the president calls today and tells the prime minister that he is overreaching, I think that is wrong, especially, as Pat suggested, when we can't confront Vladimir Putin on the obvious naked aggression in shooting down the plane. We're lacking leadership. Pat's right. John's right. Our country had a chance to do a reset now and stand up for our values and for our interests. Sadly, Harris, it hasn't happened.